Oh.
Sonia?
Seems that the police have been taking an interest in a friend of yours.
Oh, yeah?
They seem to think that he knows where you hid the money from the hold-up.
Cops got this guy, have they?
No, not yet. But you could halve your sentence if you were to tell them that your accomplice was Alec Carter.
Oh, nice try, Screw. Forget it.
Just remember, Keane, no one crosses me and gets away with it.
That was the first time.
In that case, there's no need for me to keep you alive, is there? So I might as well kill you right now. Oh. Must have forgotten to put the bullets in it.
Right, Keane. You and your friend have won this round.
Oh, yeah? What gives?
He has my father. There's to be a swap.
Nice one. When do I go?
Shut your mouth, Keane, or I might change my mind.
Oh, yeah, with your old man's life on the line.
Yes. Yeah. You are to come down with food poisoning or some such thing during lunch. I don't care what it is, just make it good.
Yeah, it'll be good. Why?
So that you can be transferred to Wentworth General. Your friend will take over from there.
I like it. Should have more governors like you.
Now, you listen to me, Keane. This goes against my grain, and I'll tell you one thing. If any harm comes to my father, I will personally see that you pay for it. Do you understand?
Oh. No!
Quick, now you get these women back in order before I put the bloody lot of you on a charge.
What's going on?
I don't know, they just shoved me out.
Where's Keane?
Inside, she's sick. Trying to get her...
You'll get Keane out here immediately. She needs medical attention.
Keane is not going anywhere, Miss Ferguson. Not until we get what we want.
You're a fool, Bryant. Keane is not worth it. You're just buying yourself a whole lot of trouble.
No, we are getting rid of a lot of trouble. We've got you by the short hairs now, Ferguson.
You're taking a hell of a risk, Bryant.
Yeah, and so are you. With your father's life. Yeah, that's right. We know all about Reb's escape plan, and we also know about Mrs. Powell.
Lock the others in their
that
cells.
was an accident,
Man,
Ferguson.
that'll take
and we're
care of
going
that.
to
I should
use
stay
it.
here.
I said
We're gonna
check
use all
the
the dirt
cells.
we can on you. For me, for Bea, for Missy, for all of us. You're through, Ferguson. Forget it.
All right. You can have your buy-up back and I'll reallocate the cells.
No. We make the conditions.
Well, for God's sake, hurry!
I want you to ring the police. I want you to clear Mrs. Powell. We want her back as deputy governor. Well, don't think about it, do it! And Mrs. Morris witnesses it or the whole deal is off.
All right.
No, you don't get away that easily. We've got something else we want you to do. And before you refuse, think about where your father is.
That's the last, mate.
You better get going. You'll be late for work.
Yeah.
You remember everything?
Sure. Park the car near the rear entrance, and the minute they bring Reb in, I'll phone you.
That's right. And that's the only time you phone. If I'm not here, keep trying.
Well, where'll you be?
I might have to call Ferguson again, make sure she hasn't crossed us. If I do, I'll call her from the public phone down the road.
You call her from here.
If she has crossed us, her phone will be bugged. I don't want the cops to get a fix in this place, do I?
Didn't think of that.
That's why I'm running this operation.
What happens when we bring Reb back here? I mean, what happens to him?
We need him. We waste him.
We take the money and run, eh?
That's right, two-way split.
What about Reb?
If she shows us some money, we don't need her anymore.
You're gonna kill her.
It means more for us. Does it worry you?
I've known her since we were kids, mate.
Look at it this way. I'm prepared to make a two-way split, but not three. I say Reb goes. What do you say?
Sure. Two-way split. No witnesses.
Right. No witnesses.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Mr. Dobson. I mean, I couldn't get back in the kitchen. The door was jammed. I took the rubbish out. I couldn't
Well,
get
don't
back.
worry about that. It's got you off work. You can rest in your cell.
Yeah. What is going on, Mr. Dobson?
Oh, nothing very much. Bit of a whoop-de-doop in the dining room, that's all. You're not the only one being returned to your cell. I had to stop Miss John's Brailleism. There's no need to look worried.
I don't like being shut in by myself.
How about I leave the spy hole open for you, hmm?
Geez, that'd be great, thanks, Mr. Dobson.
Did you find that little cat you're looking for? Harry, wasn't it?
Oh, that Harry? Nah, he never showed up.
Oh, he will. Cats are like that. They please themselves. Good to know some of us can, isn't it? Have a nice rest.
Stupid bitches.
Shut up. What's going on in there?
Well, Ruth and Francis are holding the door.
Good.
How long are we going to be stuck in here till the freak gets things moving? Well, maybe she won't. Maybe she's just leaving us here to sweat it out like last
Relax, Hunt. She's the one that's sweating.
Listen, you stupid fat dyke. I've got to get out of here. She's not going to give in. Phyllis is right. You've screwed everything.
Will someone shut her up, please?
I won't bloody well shut up.
Harry, if one of these women cracks, we've had it.
She'll crack. You said her father was important to
Yes,
us.
but so is being governor. Maybe we've pushed her too far.
Yes, her paternal love wins out, or else we're as good as dead.
Get me out of here, you
Get down off there! Get down off there, you
stupid bitch! I'll spoil everything!
Oh, stop it! Oh!
What do you think the freak's going to do to us when she finds out? Man, get shut up! Yeah, well, maybe she's right. We were fools to listen to you. The freak's just leaving us here to stew.
I'd say you played right to her hands, Brian.
For Christ's sake, don't you blow it now. We have got the freak just where we want her. And we can break her, but we have to do it together. Don't you understand? The first one of you that cracks is the one that blows it for all of us. That's what she wants out there. That's what she's waiting for. Now, which one of you is going to be the one that spoils it, huh? Which one? You, maybe? What about you, Phyllis? Well?
Oh, I guess not.
How about you? Are you going to blow it, Bobby?
No, I hate her.
What about Sonia? What do you think of your old partner now? Maybe you should be the one that spoils it for us.
All right. Get rid of her.
That's what we're going to do. We are going to do this together, right? Right! Right!
Mrs. Powell then got out of her car and approached the man. He was drunk and abused her. It was then that she returned to her car and drove off.
And the victim seemed unhurt at that point.
Yes.
Why didn't you come forward with this evidence before, Miss Ferguson?
And I thought it might not help, Mrs. Powell. Considering our professional relationship, I thought perhaps my evidence might be considered biased in her favour.
Oh, I think you could have trusted me, Miss Ferguson.
And then, of course, there was the question of the other witness. Naturally, I thought he'd come forward, and when he didn't, I felt that I had to.
He did.
What?
The other witness. He came through eventually. And your accounts match.
Do you mean that she's been cleared, and I didn't need to make this statement?
We like corroborative evidence. And next time, don't be so slow in coming forward, will you, Miss Ferguson? All right, Andy, let's go.
Mrs. Barry will take you through to reception.
Mrs. Morris, would you please come with me to the dining room?
And how are you going to resolve that situation?
I shall tell them that Mrs. Powell will be reinstated as acting governor.
Is that all they asked for?
No. I need you to witness this.
What is it?
It's the thing that every prisoner and officer has been after ever since I came into this place. It's my resignation from the Department of Corrective Services. Brian, come here.
What?
You've got what you wanted.
Mrs. Powell's been cleared.
What about the resignation?
I have it here.
We've done it, girls! We've bloody well done it!
Get keen out here, for God's sake.
Yeah, sure. Come on, girls. Let's clear all this away.
What a head count, Mrs. Morris, and they're to be left in their cells.
Just a minute. When does this resignation take effect?
Take over, Mrs. Morris, until Mrs. Powell returns.
Come on, girls.
You
sure you got all the new admissions listed here?
Of course. You know me. I keep a tight logbook. Who are you looking for, anyway?
Doesn't matter. Just get me posted of all the new patients, though, will you?
Okay.
All right, give them time. I might have struck a hitch. Jesus.
Maybe you're the one that struck the hitch, Gary.
Shut up.
Well, now we'll see if you're officer material or not. How you cope under pressure, make snap decisions.
Just put a sock in it, will you?
It's funny how people think that officers always get it easy, but trying to make decisions from a distance, the right decisions, that's very difficult.
My heart bleeds for you. You must be hell not having to go out there and get your head blown off.
I don't think you've got what it takes. Already you're falling apart and there's hardly any pressure at all.
Right, what would the brass do about it, eh? Just tell me that. What would the brass do?
Well, you could communicate with my daughter. She may have struck problems. It's better than sitting here sweating.
You're the only one sweating, old man, because you're gonna die. But I might just cool her. And if she's crossed me, I'll be back to put you out of your misery.
Stupid moron screwed everything.
Thanks to you. Couldn't keep your mouth shut, could you?
Careful, it hurts. Well, what happens now?
Call an ambulance. We're going through with it.
Yeah, well, you better hurry up. They won't wait around to blast your old man's head off.
You'd better pray they don't, because if he's dead, so are you.
She completely cleared Colleen, but she'd been withholding that evidence for days. And then right on top of that, the resignation.
And do you think it's connected with the women barricading themselves in the dining room?
Oh, yes, I think that much is obvious. The women definitely demanded those terms. But what I can't understand is how they managed to swing it. I mean, why would Joan give in to them?
Well, they must have something very damaging on her. It's the only explanation. Ask her to come and see me. I'll have to get to the bottom of this.
Right, I'll send her in.
Have you spoken to Mrs. Powell?
Yes, she's most anxious to come back.
Oh, good. I'd like to see her in here today, if possible. Joan Ferguson's too much of a risk.
I doubt if we'll be able to keep her away.
Erica Davidson?
Is Miss Ferguson there, Mrs. Davidson?
No, she's not, Coral. Can I help?
There's a call for her. It seems to be urgent.
Well, put it through and you try to locate Miss Ferguson.
Connecting you.
Hello?
Shut up and listen. I wasn't fooling when I said I'd kill your old man. I want Reb at Wentworth General, or you'll be going to a funeral. Your father's.
Hey, we ought to have a party, a real rage.
Or a wake to celebrate the demise of Officer Joan Ferguson. Maybe Lizzie could ship us in some of her home brew. Oh, no, thanks. One to season up for any funeral. Hey, come on, you're the winner. You should be smiling.
Yeah, I know, and I am. Let's just get back to work, okay?
Not until we have had 3 cheers for our top dog. Ladies, I give you Judy Bryant. Where she spits grass never grows. Hip, hip! Hooray! Hip, hip! Hooray! Hip, hip!
Hello, what are we... Hey, you're having a party.
Hey, you didn't have to bring a chaperone, huh?
I'm new.
Yeah, look at
Stanley Dobson's the name. Mitchell and Parker have been taken off kitchen duties. I've been told to replace them with Smart and Hunt.
I'm the smart one.
Right, and Hunt?
I'm the hunt.
Come along then, don't want to hold you up.
Looks like it needs someone to hold him up.
Haven't we met before?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. The bowls, maybe, or the 50-50 dance.
People go too much on appearances and they're usually wrong.
Yeah, oh, leave him alone. He's a very nice man.
Oh, I know that's what you said about Pidgeys before you cut his head off. Isn't it?
Sonia, shut up, you cruel bitch. All right, love. Yeah, shoot. We're going to have to get rid of Sonia if we want to get rid of all the scum in this place. That's not all that's worrying me.
No. It's Ferguson's father, isn't it? Whatever happens, you mustn't blame yourself. We're in it together, remember?
I was told there was an urgent message for me.
There was.
Who was it?
He didn't leave a name.
Did it concern my father?
Yes. And your escape plan for Rebecca Keane.
He was holding my father. What choice did I have?
Your choices were limited, but you made the wrong one.
You've been extremely foolish. It's a police matter, Miss Ferguson. You should have contacted them immediately.
I couldn't risk my father's life. Keane is nothing. She's worth nothing, in or out of prison. But my father's life is worth something. He's worth a dozen Rebecca Keanes.
Coral, could you get me the Wentworth police?
No. It's too late. I can't do anything. He's probably dead by now.
No, he won't be.
What do you mean?
The caller gave us a 2-hour extension.
Operator, you give me the police, quickly. It's an emergency.
You never learn, do you? It's lucky I came back when I did. You and your bloody daughter are starting to make me angry. Nice try, that.
Our receptionist said it was an STD call.
Well, how are you going to find them in time?
We won't. They'll find us.
What are you planning to do?
Carry out their instructions. We'll have men at Wentworth General.
No. No, you can't do that.
Miss Ferguson?
Look, if they have my father with them, they'll kill him as soon as they see it's a trap. Or they'll take him as hostage.
We don't intend to tell them it's a trap, Miss Ferguson.
No, it's too dangerous.
Look, we won't make a move until we're sure your father's safe. He might not even be with them. And if that's the case, we'll have to tail them back to their hideout. Now, we've 90 minutes to deadline. Mrs. Davidson, I want Rebecca Keane isolated from the other prisoners.
She's already locked in her cell.
I'll make sure the women are kept away from her.
It's essential that we appear to be following instructions. Keane mustn't suspect that you've called us in. I hope you both understand that.
Of course. She'll suspect nothing.
Miss Ferguson?
Yeah, I understand.
Now just patrol the corridor and keep the other women away from her door.
Fine.
And don't make it look too obvious.
Right.
You do. You make an impressive Deputy Governor.
Well, I have done it before.
Good afternoon.
Well, you didn't waste any time.
Certainly did not. I still can't believe that Joan Hill cleared me.
Well, you've got the women to thank for that.
The women?
Yes, they made Joan come forward.
And there's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, well, please, break it to me gently.
Joan has resigned.
I don't believe it.
I know, that's why I didn't tell you over the phone, but she has, and the women got her to do that too.
What did they use, a blowtorch?
No, the Major's been kidnapped. Now, they wanted to exchange him for Rebecca Keane. Joan was going to help Keane escape, but...
Bloody hell.
Well, there's more where that came
No,
from.
just a minute. You've lost me somewhere. The Major's been kidnapped and Joan helped Keane to escape. Welcome back, Mrs. Powell. Oh, thank you. I must say I'm confused.
I'm not surprised. Mr. Manning, Detective Inspector Byrne would like to see you in the Governor's office.
I'll take her lead.
Thanks, Ed.
You better come through too, Mrs. Powell. We're faced with a very serious situation.
I gathered that much.
Who are they?
I don't know. Matron says we're to ignore them. I don't know what they're supposed to be doing.
Sorry. Dr. Bryant. Are you the Dr. Bryant that was at Fairburn Central?
No, that was someone else. I'm just down from Queensland.
Oh, then you'd know Mr. Dalton. Is he still head of the renal unit?
Yeah, that's right.
How's it going up there?
Oh, fine, fine.
That's good. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
Right. Thanks. The ambulance is being organised.
Who'll drive it?
I've got a couple of good men, but I'd like you in the back with Keane, Rick.
Sure.
They said I was to travel with her.
Too dangerous. It could mean your life.
Yes, and it could mean my father's life if I don't. Look, I'm travelling with Keane and that's all there is to it.
All right. You'll both go.
I've already told you they expect me...
I'm sorry, Miss Ferguson, but they might strike as soon as the ambulance reaches the hospital. Without Mr. Manning's police experience, you wouldn't stand a chance.
We stood a damn good chance in the past without having to rely on dropouts from the police force.
You are only hindering things with that attitude and further endangering your father's life.
Now, are we all clear what we have to do? Miss Ferguson, you're to go to Keene's cell and tell her you've arranged a transfer to Wentworth General. She mustn't suspect anything. Is that clear?
Yeah, perfectly.
I hope you'll excuse Miss Ferguson's outbursts.
Oh, forget it. She's been under a lot of strain.
What do you really think the Major's chances will be?
It's impossible to say. If you'd called us in sooner, he might have stood a greater chance.
There's always the possibility that they've never intended to release him.
Do you think that's likely?
Unfortunately, Mrs. Davidson, I think it's highly probable.
Yes? Bitch. Are you sure? Right, just stay there. I'll be right there. No, shut up, son. I know what I'm doing. That bitch daughter of yours, she can't take orders. She's called the cops. I said she's called the cops!
And aren't you prepared for that contingency?
Oh, yes, I'm prepared, all right. I'm prepared for everything. But your daughter's made a tactical error, Major. One she's going to regret for the rest of her very short life.
Friend. I'd seen her face at the funeral.
We'll serve her right for mixing with the freak.
Hey, guess what?
Bloody hell, Bobby, you could have killed me.
Shut up. Jude, Pal's back. We just saw her on the way in.
Hey, good one. Well, what did she say? Is she back as governor?
Well, how would I know? Good afternoon, Mrs. Powell. Is it true that you've returned to your post?
The governor would like to speak to you.
Well, we've missed you, Mrs. Powell.
It's lovely to see you back, dear.
Thank you, ladies. That's heartening. I hope you don't feel too badly, though, when I tell you I'm here to deal out punishment. According to reports, that was quite a show you turned on in the dining room. Okay. Now, I know you're going to agree with me that I'm not being unfair when I tell you that you're not getting by up back for 48 hours. And whether you like it or not, you're going back to Rhodes cells tonight. Thank you.
You finish your braille lesson after work.
We got by up there.
Well, what do you know, huh?
Of course, if you would rather we made them up in different colours, we can do that. But this colour is perfect.
Excuse me. Where's Pixie? She still does work here, doesn't she?
Excuse me, young man.
I'm sorry, it's just that I need...
Excuse me a moment, Miss Mason. Won't be long. Now, what is so urgent you have to come bursting in here and
There you
then...
are, Miss Baker. Didn't I tell you it was heavenly?
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Ralph! Oh, what a wonderful surprise.
Pixie, you look adorable.
Thank you. Where's your fiancée? Did you make it up with her?
No, I came round here to have a piece of you for breaking up our engagement.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm a dreadful person. I'm awfully sorry.
Look, don't blame yourself. I'm glad it happened, actually. I think I fell for Miranda on the rebound after our marriage was annulled. You look beautiful. I feel like racing you off to the nearest church.
Oh, you can't, because Miss Baker wants his dress for her wedding.
Pixie, we've got so much to catch up with. At least let me take you to lunch tomorrow.
I'd love to. Thank you.
Well, make it 12:30 then? Better let you get back to work then.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
Don't reckon the department will appreciate you wearing a hole in their lino, Ferguson.
Now, you listen to me, Clem. I don't care what you're holding over me. You will address me with some respect.
Miss Ferguson.
When's that damned ambulance coming?
Listen.
What are you doing here?
And Nick, come to pick up the last of my gear.
Better not interrupt him. They've got a bit of a problem over there.
Oh, Colleen's back.
I've got somebody in the ute will be pleased to hear that.
Anne, well, why didn't you bring her in?
Doesn't feel up to it. You know how it is.
Well, at least she's getting out and about.
Look, I won't hold you up. Okay if I go through?
Sure. Wentworth Detention Centre. Thank you. Ambulance is on its way.
They're coming, mate.
Let's hurry it up. What the hell are you doing?
Shut up, bitch.
Well, isn't this cozy, eh?
I knew I didn't trust you, Kez.
Oh, it should be a nice drive.
What's that? Fire, theft, or escape?
No, a prisoner going to Wentworth.
Stop the ambulance, quick.
Okay. Bloody maniac.
Should have named that weapon. What does Bowen have to say?
Well, he is dealing with it. Now, are you okay?
Yeah. Bastards. Let's just hope Joan is.
What's going on out there? Has there been an accident?
No, nothing. Everything's under control.
What happened to you?
Rick, this is our governor, Anne Reynolds. Rick Manning.
How do you do, Mrs. Reynolds?
What do? You stay where you are. Now, who's going to tell me what's happening?
Me. I'll tell you on the way to the car.
Thanks, Wally.
Take care.
Listen, Meg, stay close to that phone and keep me informed as to what's happening.
Okay, let's go. Come on. All right, now you say your prayers.
Stop fooling, Gary. Let's get going.
Knock it off, Gary. You're wasting time.
Come on, the cops will be looking for that ambulance.
Right then. Let's go and see Daddy, eh?
Bloody Phyllis. I'll tell you what, she makes another crack like that, and I'm gonna give her one, I'll tell you.
Phyllis can be very rude, Jude. You should have gone there.
Oh, she'll keep. Listen, did you put that spanner back in the workshop?
You kept me a bit busy today, dear. It's safely hidden away in the library, and I'll try and get it back tomorrow. Can't?
Why not? As long as you don't cheat.
Hey, did you hear the sirens? I reckon Reb got away all right. Bitch, all that money waiting for her.
No one's that lucky, dear. She'll be back soon.
Yeah, well, I hope they don't bring her back here. She's right up the shop. And that hair.
Oh, look who's talking.
At least you don't go around tarting yourself up every 5 minutes.
I have heard nothing but Reb all day. If that's all your imbecile minds can come up with for entertainment, I would rather be alone.
Oh, lucky us. Bye.
I'm gonna kill that bitch if it's the last thing I do.
You shouldn't think that way. Killing's a terrible thing. You never forget it.
Good. I'll live with it for the rest of my life.
Geez, you must really hate her bad to feel like that.
Dead right.
But it still isn't worth killing somebody.
Oh, it's worth it, all right. Hey, listen. Where do you reckon's a good hiding place in the library?
Oh, it's no good hiding places in there.
Oh, not for me, stupid. You know, for a thing.
I don't know. Depends what it is, I suppose. Oh, you're not really going to kill Sonia, are you, Belinda?
John, Mr. Bennett's here to see you.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Morris. Great.
She wants Braille lessons now?
Well, how the hell should I know? I only work here.
Mr. Bennett must still be talking to Mrs. Powell. Shouldn't be long.
Okay, Mrs. Morris. It's all right, I can wait by myself.
All right, then. Only be a minute.
That's what I like to see. Keen and ready to go.
You can forget the keen, but I'm ready to go. So make it short, okay?
I'll do my best. I brought along a couple of books this time. If you just run your fingers very lightly across the page, just very slowly to get the feeling of the raised impressions, then we can get down to learning the alphabet. Can you feel how they make different patterns?
Feels just like a cheese grater.
You'll get used to it in time. Keep feeling. No, a bit lighter. It's easier to notice the patterns if you just touch with the pads of your fingers. See? How's that?
Oh, it's a bloody waste of time! Take your stinking books and shove them. Never needed books, and I certainly don't need them now. I can't even bloody see them.
Feel better?
Yeah.
I know a girl who was just as uptight as you once. Thought she wasn't much good for anything. She finally decided to do something with her life. Now she's got a job on a switchboard.
Oh, good. No sight in hearing bells and voices in your ears all day.
She just got married, too.
Oh, that's nice. Nash doesn't need to buy a dog.
Actually, we're in the process of getting one. She married me. I think a dog would give her even greater freedom.
Bully for her. She just got lucky.
It wasn't luck, Belinda. She got that job through sheer determination. And she got married because we happened to love each other. Now, you ready to tackle those books again?
Okay. Go get your John and Betty.
It's not like learning to read. It's merely learning the alphabet through your fingers. No big deal at all.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Anyway, it's been pretty interesting so far.
The place was really for the birds, you know that? Don't know what I'd have done if you hadn't have got me out. And some people like work at me. Hey, where are we going to go when we get all of that money, eh?
You fancy a bit of travelling, babe?
Yeah, and a bit of the whole life to go with it, eh? Any ideas?
Yeah, I got it all worked out.
Well,
Wait and see.
anywhere'll do. I love surprises.
Colin Powell.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Powell, but could you put Joan on the line, please? It's urgent.
Major, is that you?
Yes, quickly. Look, I must speak to Joan.
Just thank God you're all right. No, we all know what's happened, and I'm sorry, but the kidnappers have got Joan. Major?
Yes. Yes, they've taken Joan. Now, look, I've let the police know where I am, but I have to go now.
No, but where are you? Are you all right?
This is no time for a chat, girl. I must go and see what I can do to help Joan. You tell the police.
I think it would be better to wait until they get there. Major?
Oh, one more little spoonful isn't going to hurt. Here, look, I'll do it, and that way you won't get into strife.
What are you getting in stores for the winter, Cass?
Oh, no, Jude, I'm going to eat it now. It's my favourite.
Oh, she's a survivor, our Cass.
Yeah, well, let's hope Sonia and Belinda are. You know they're going back in the same cell tonight.
Oh, dear. Be like putting a lighted match in with gunpowder.
And I'm going to try and avoid an explosion because there's nothing I can do about separating them. Oh, don't get up. Thank you, thank you.
Why not? Food's bad enough and the company's lousy.
I've noticed that, but I've got a very strong stomach. Sonia, I have to have a little word with you. I don't want any funny business in that cell tonight.
God, you make me laugh. I'm the one that's going to have to sit up all night making sure Belinda doesn't have another go at me.
Well, I'll see that she doesn't.
How? When she's obviously a psycho.
I said I'd take care of it.
And I'll take care of myself, thank you. Go peddle your promises elsewhere.
You just hear what I say nice and clear. I don't want any trouble in this prison, and you better make sure that I don't get any. You spilt your tea.
The old place sure looks good after all that brick and concrete.
Where's my father?
Shut up!
Not too nice being at the other end as a journey, love.
Hey, Reb, we're going to be able to reach the money tonight.
Don't see why not. It's right here.
You're kidding. Of all the places we thought you'd stashed it, was right under our noses, mate.
Oh.
What's the matter with you, for Christ's sake? I thought you'd be wrecked.
Oh, wake up to yourself, Keen. You're only $50,000 to him.
So shut up, bitch!
The old Gazza wouldn't trade me for twice that, would you, Gazza?
Go on!
You bastard!
Damn.
God, you kill him! We're gonna go and help him, Kev.
Bloody likely. What sort of chance you think we'd have?
Oh, nice mate you are! Well, what are we gonna do?
We'd do exactly what Gary would have done in this spot. We'd grab the money and piss off out of here before she comes back for us, and her old man's probably called the cops by now, too.
You mean you just walk out of here and let him get blown away?
You better face it, Reb. That's what he had planned for you, babe.
He wouldn't. He loves me. I don't believe you. He wouldn't do that to me. He wouldn't.
Come on, babe. We better get out of here.
Stop your mongrel! Oh, quick, they might have something about Reb on the news. Oh,
It was another 20 minutes
they're nearly
before
over
leaking
anyway.
chlorine gas from a damaged drum was brought under control. That's the news to the moment.
Oh, hell, why'd they make us wait until the second sitting anyway?
Never mind, Bobby. She'll probably be back before lock-up to give you a
all right,
go.
she can't hear you. She's over the disco disc slippers. Have a look at that. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, quick. Has anyone got an eyelash curler?
Ask Helen. She's got jokes that'll curl your toenails.
Really don't. I'm really desperate.
Is this for your lunch date tomorrow, dear?
Yes, I can't wait. I have to do my hair, I have to do my nails, put a mud
Oh,
plug on my
jeez,
face.
Pixie, if I hear any more about you and Ralph and that bloody lunch, I'll puke.
Oh, it's not very nice, is it? Well, where is Helen?
In the dorm, I think, dear. What are you scowling for, Bobby?
Oh, me batteries have carked it. Oh, what's this, a mass exodus or something? Is it the cards or is it you?
How'd you go with Belinda?
Sweetness and light. I don't know. I don't know who to be worried about more, her or Sonia. And I'm not sure about this top dog game either. It's getting too hard.
man, he's alive.
Wouldn't take the word of a criminal. You're all animals.
I swear to God, he is. He's alive. Joan!
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.